And we're live. It's the week before Christmas.
It is. It's like, well, I mean, Christmas is right around the corner, though.
Yeah.
So try to watch this cord.
Yeah. And then, depending on where you work, you get the Monday off.
Work for myself.
You got Monday off?
Monday, yeah. Can't do it like this. Sorry.
What's wrong?
It has to be up.
It has to be higher.
Yeah, because the mic is here.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
It's all right. You'll be
You can still
all
go
right.
higher. I think the chair will go even
I'm
higher.
not trying to go higher. I don't want to be looking like
She
this.
gonna be on the
with
table
y'all.
in a minute.
Right. I might as well. I'm gonna do the podcast from up here.
I just want you to sound great. That's all.
Immaculate.
The better you sound, the better it will be.
Do I sound great?
You
I
sound
feel
good.
like I sound
You
great.
sound good. You sound good. The mic sounds nice.
Check
one. Let me change the privacy on this so that it's public.
It's refreshing. Big ass ice cube.
I was gonna get an ice cube, but I don't even want to front because it just makes me feel like I want to drink and I can't have a drink. I was like, do I just chance that I have one anyways? But nah, I'm not trying to fuck that
I
up.
wouldn't do that.
No, I definitely would not do that.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Everybody popping in. How y'all feeling today? It's Wednesday. We about to do a podcast talking about, a little sex.
That's right.
Jay
That's
decided
right.
he wanted to talk about sex today, so we're gonna talk about sex. You want to talk about sex?
That's my favorite topic.
All right.
I think it's the world's favorite topic.
I mean, listen, everybody talking about sex all the time anyway, so we might as well talk about it on the pod, right? I think last time we talked about sex, I feel like
you didn't really want to talk about it.
talking about the casual sex
'cause you
episode.
acting like you were like a prude and shit.
Listen, I'm in a relationship.
That don't mean
You can
nothing.
still talk
just-
about it.
I can't
for
just talk.
reference.
Listen, but you still got to censor yourself a little bit.
Well, I mean, you can't talk about specific people,
Yeah.
because that's
you
kind of
gotta-
rude.
I mean, depending on
But you can say like woman A or
woman A.
yeah, woman B.
Once upon a time
Yeah.
with a
Woman
woman
A.
named A.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
What's
you don't
going
have
on
to
to my
incriminate
TikTok followers? You are about to join a Method podcast as we get it in, talking about bad sex, good sex, and great sex.
Oh, right there. Okay.
But you only have my
I was
view.
trying to
My
see
view.
where
Remy's there right
TikTokers
there.
was.
I haven't been on
What's up?
TikTok in a
What's
while.
up, Jay's
you know?
TikTok?
Personally.
Auto invading.
We in here. We in here.
I swear there's
Hey.
a girl here.
Make sure y'all do us a favor, share, like, comment tonight. We need y'all in the comments. We
Let's
need you to
bring-
talk
Bring us
about
the
everything.
love.
We do read your comments as we always do, and we appreciate all that good stuff.
If you love this podcast, bring love to this podcast, please. It's
Hey,
a good
man.
time.
Let's get right into this thing.
Are we gonna do it?
We're gonna do it.
All right.
I'm gonna hit record over here too.
Almost hit the wrong one.
Take a seat and put your feet up. We gon' meet up. Sit with me and sip some tea with Remy Mulatto. Give me bottles of Hennessy and Moscato. They had enough already, but there's plenty to follow. I stay poetic, but Jay Noetic, remaining effective. Conversation getting heavy, staying respected, playing the record, maintaining collective. Saying what you think, it ain't no place for rejection. I claim it, I meant it. It's mostly everybody talking honestly over drinks. Tell me what you think. It's mostly everybody talking honestly over drinks. So tell me what you think. It's mostly everybody talking honestly over drinks. Tell me what you think. It's mostly everybody talking honestly over drinks. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think.
Oh, welcome to another podcast. I'm Jay Noetic.
I'm Remy Mulatto.
I bring the content.
Bring the chaos.
And with that, we believe the best way to have truthful conversations,
Is to have mostly everybody talking honestly over drinks.
and that's what we call a motherfucking method. Hey, man, this week we are talking about bad sex, good sex, and great sex, a discussion.
What about ugly sex? We're gonna talk about ugly
We'll talk
sex?
about it all. Any kind of topic or question you have about it in there, throw it in there. Let's discuss it. It should be an awesome topic. If it's your first time here, remember to hit the share button, the like button, turn on those notifications so you can get notified when we drop a brand new episode. We only have like 4 episodes left in season 3 before we take a little break and come back hotter than ever in season 4. Hey, before we do any of that, what are we drinking on tonight?
I think you're the only one drinking. I mean, like I'm fronting a little bit. I'm drinking out of the Crown Royal glass, but this ain't nothing.
You know what, man?
With a big ice cube.
I'm gonna start setting the rule.
Oh, it's gonna be a rule?
It's gonna be a rule.
What's the rule?
You can't drink. You don't drink any other day, but on Wednesdays you got to drink.
I got to drink on Wednesday.
So that's what we're going. I can't be the only one drinking.
My New Year's resolution gonna be to drink on Wednesdays. Okay.
I was trying to drink on Wednesdays, but I have water, but it's not as bougie as your water. My water is just plain water.
Yeah.
They drinking water, method heads. I'm drinking a little bit of Canada Dry with some vodka. So toast with me, drink with me tonight, because apparently it's just you and I. All right, man. Oh, this week we have a guest filling in for Casamigos.
Oh, thank you. I was wondering.
Yeah, it was coming. It was coming. So I was in my bag right there.
Right.
So Casamigos is her last week, just taking a little chill pill. She flew back in from Cali today. I said, hey, look, just take a break. We got you. See you next week. And so filling in, we have a friend joining the pod. Miss Michelle, say what's up to the Method Heads.
Everybody.
What's up, Michelle?
So happy to be here.
We're happy to have you. Where you from?
I am from the Bronx, New York, but I moved here from Brooklyn last year, so I've been here for a
Where
year.
Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at?
Where are they at?
It's a lot of Brooklyn here, though. I feel like
A lot
everybody
of New
knows.
Yorkers moved here.
I'm happy with
especially
that.
Brooklyn, though.
I know everybody don't really agree with us New Yorkers moving here, but I'm happy I have some
As
people
long as
here.
y'all don't bring that rude shit down here.
Listen,
Like we polite in
listen,
Florida,
I'm
or
nice.
we try to be.
I'm nice.
I'll be
I have-
polite.
We try to be.
I'm still kind of thrown off by some of the politeness. It's just like so overly polite that I'm not really used to it. So
It's-
I'm expecting
yeah.
somebody to
'Cause
knock
it's-
and I'm ready to buck,
yeah,
but I can't.
Because New York is something else, boy. you
I like
gotta-
New York.
you just
When I
gotta
went to
be-
New York, it was all right. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, we're nice to tourists.
Really?
It's just each
Yeah.
other. And you know what? A lot of it is not really that we're rude. It's just that we
Y'all-
know each
y'all
other's
busy.
vernacular.
Yeah,
and
y'all are busy. Y'all ain't got time to sit here and have a conversation about what just happened. Nigga, get the fuck out the way, man. You know,
That's what it is.
fuck out of here.
But that's like endearing to us. Like,
Yeah.
Fuck outta
look at
here.
the situation.
Well-
Fuck out of here.
Well, we're excited to have you on here. Hopefully, remember this is not a PG show. This is not a conservative show. We keep it real. We talk about all and everything.
Talk about vaginas
So-
and dicks and assholes and
Remy,
the
let's do what we
things.
normally do, man. Let's get into a
I'm
method
excited.
movie.
all right.
A
let's do
method movie like we always do. Method movie, Method Heads. I'm about to play a movie clip. Y'all can only hear it unless you're watching this in post edits. Michelle and Remy need to guess it before one another, and they need to try to guess it before you, and you want to try to guess it before them.
Mm.
All right.
Oh, shit.
I
Okay.
feel like I got a good one this week. I feel like I'm going to stump them because I've been throwing up some layups the last few weeks, letting them get it. But this week I'm coming in hard. I'm coming in strong.
I'm nervous.
I'm coming in
Whoa.
pumping.
Plus, I'm gonna have a turn up, so I'm not gonna know this. But let's go.
Are you good at guessing movies?
Not really.
You got a movie head?
I'm a great movie head. It's just I have a memory of what's now.
All right, so here we go. What
All right.
movie
Turn up.
is this?
A dead end. Nancy wouldn't have anything to do with a pack of drunks and losers like this.
I know what this
But
is.
if there's anything to be found here, the faintest lead to wherever Nancy is or whoever kidnapped her and mutilated her.
Nancy.
Yeah, I know what this is.
Excuse
Shit,
me,
I
miss.
don't.
Someone said
Maybe.
Boogie Down. Someone said Juice. Nope.
For a night like this, everybody's looking for somebody.
I know what it
Something like
is.
that. Name is Nancy.
Oh, so they can't hear it.
Stage pilgrim.
Oh man.
Just a woman.
There's no sound on the movie.
So it's probably the setting over here. Oh. All right. So what movie is it, Remy? What movie is it?
Ain't that Sin City?
It is Sin City. It is Sin City.
Yeah, I damn sure didn't remember that, and I saw it.
Congratulations on it being Sin City.
Were y'all able to hear the movie?
No, they said they couldn't hear it.
Well, some
Some
people
of
was
them
just
can.
guessing.
Oh,
Mm.
maybe it's just Shelly
Eddie
struggling.
knew it.
Maybe it was just Shelly. Yeah, so that is Sin City. Came out in 2005. 2005.
Mm. That was a
The,
great movie. I love that fucking movie.
the budget was $40 million. How
That's
much do you
insane.
think it made?
Oh
I want to say 200 million.
200 million. Michelle, what do
shit.
you
I don't know.
think?
Why do I
That's
feel like
probably
it
high.
bombed?
I don't feel. I feel like it
I
couldn't
feel
have
like
bombed.
it bombed. You said the budget was 40 million.
Couldn't have
The
bombed.
budget was 45 million.
I think it
40
made
million.
I think it made like 20 million.
They made $158 million.
Okay, so they didn't even make back what they spent.
No, they did.
Oh wait, we said 40 million. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, the budget
I
was
was thinking
40
about
million.
your
They made
200
$158
million.
million.
So that's like
All right, that's
4
not
times
bad.
over almost.
Yeah.
Four times.
What do y'all think the number one
Pretty
movie
good.
was in 2005?
2000.
2005.
I don't even remember 2005.
I remember.
So,
2005.
So
I moved to Florida in 2005.
I'll give you a hint. They have a show. They have had a couple shows on Disney recently. Over the last few years.
The
company Disney.
Oh, Marvel.
It's not Marvel.
2005.
Oh, Star Wars.
Yes, but what Star Wars was
One
it?
of the fucking prequels.
Yeah, the first.
It was Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith.
Which is the third one?
You don't ask me. I'm not old.
I think it's the third one in the prequels.
So they did $868 million
Oh wow.
in comparison to $158 million of Sin City. So in 2005, YouTube was created. Cost of a gallon of gas was $3.15 per gallon. So we're cheaper right now.
See, I was just posting that on Facebook yesterday.
Oh yeah, we did go under $3 recently. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because 10 years ago, yesterday, it went down to $2.99.
Crazy,
And we were
real
happy.
lower. Katrina hit New Orleans in 2005. So what were y'all doing in 2005? You remember? I had just started doing personal training in 2005.
Oh, that was a year after I moved to Arizona. I was in Arizona. I just had my son in 2004, so I was baking in Arizona in
Baking in
2005.
Arizona. Remy, you remember what you were doing in 2005?
Somewhere fighting for my life.
Fighting all my life. I had to fight.
No, I moved to Florida. I moved to Orlando. Like I actually went to
In 2005?
2005. I was
Oh,
21.
wow.
I was 21. I was like, I gotta get out of this city, and I left Detroit. And I left Detroit.
So you moved to Orlando, then you moved back to Detroit, and then you came back. You came to Tampa.
I mean, it took a while for me to get to Tampa. Remember, I moved to
okay.
Tampa in 2011, but yeah, I've been
Okay.
bouncing around between 3 states for like 20 years.
So yeah, this was Sin City. Bruce Willis,
great movie.
Mickey Rourke, and Clive Owen.
Great movie.
What do you remember? Have you seen Sin City?
I did, but I don't remember. It was so long ago.
You don't remember?
I really don't remember.
I love Sin City, man. I thought it was great. I
remember that I liked
it's
it.
considered a noir, right? Noir.
Yeah, and I think it was. I don't know. So it's like in black and white, and it's got this very unique art style, like very graphically driven. It looks like you're watching a comic book, like this
Right.
in black and white. It's actually really cool.
Well, that was a really new concept at the time.
Mhm. I mean, and nobody else has really done it.
Talking to the mic.
Like the closest that kind of came to doing something like that was like 300. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Similar,
yeah.
like just a really unique art style, but
somewhat
yeah.
animated graphics, but somewhat
Mhm.
realistic.
The other dude getting stomped.
And it had a sequel, which I don't know
the
if anybody
sequel was
saw.
just okay.
I didn't think it was
okay.
bad, but
I
obviously it wasn't
definitely
good.
didn't see the sequel because I don't think I was that interested in the first one to begin with. Eddie was getting divorced in 2005.
I see.
Mm.
So
Cheers to that.
Right?
Bruce Willis retired from acting this year after being diagnosed with aphasia, which is a rare brain disease that affects the ability to understand or express speech. Do y'all have a favorite movie of Bruce Willis?
Die Hard.
Has to be Die Hard, right?
One of the best Christmas
I
movies of
love
all
that.
time.
100% is a Christmas movie.
Oh my gosh, yes. Die Hard was good. What was that? Was it Red? What was it? Red what? With him and a bunch of people. Helen Mirren was in it.
I think it was just called Red.
It was a Red. It was Red. That was really good.
He's in a movie called
That
Red.
movie was good.
I didn't see that.
It was really good.
You know
Yeah.
what? What about The Sixth Sense?
I
I mean,
love
that's
The
a
Sixth
great
Sense.
movie.
Supreme Being.
Yeah.
I love
You
it.
kinda-
One of his best movies, I think.
I would kind of give it to that. And then he was also in Pulp Fiction, which is a great movie.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
not to say that that's his best movie, but that's a
Okay.
great movie.
Oh,
The
Popular
Last Boy
opinion, I
Scout.
don't know
Yeah,
Pulp
the
Fiction.
Last Boy Scout was good too.
That
You know,
was
Bruce Willis
good.
been out here. Bruce Willie,
You've been doing
that
it for a
motherfucker been
while.
out here.
Well, who got that right? Remy got it right. So let me give Remy a clap. Let me give him a hand clap because if I don't give him a hand clap, he gonna feel some kind of
I
way.
deserve it. I deserve it.
Congratulations, Remy Mulatto,
Good
for
job.
guessing.
I had
Sin
no
City.
clue whatsoever, so you had no competition at all.
Yeah, you didn't give
I
no
mean, I ain't
competition.
just beat you.
None.
I beat you.
None.
I beat Jay, and I beat
I
y'all
was like,
motherfuckers in the
Nancy,
comments.
there was a movie with
That's
somebody
true.
I
named
beat the
Nancy.
world.
That's true. All right, man. Let's do what we normally do. Remy, get into our second segment that we call what we call it.
We call it a Method Weekly.
A Method Weekly. So Method Weekly is when we basically going to talk about something that's been in the news recently. There's only one thing I felt like was worthy of being talked about briefly for the Method Weekly. Elon Musk recently did a poll on Twitter. I don't know if y'all know this or not. He did a poll on Twitter asking if he should step down as head of Twitter, and that he would abide by what the results ended up being. 17 million people voted. I voted as well. I voted yes. And 58% of the people, of the 17 million, voted yes. Right move or no?
Absolute right
For him
move.
to leave?
For him to leave.
I mean, it doesn't seem like he's helping at all. So, like, why would he continue? Like, nobody wants him to do it. He doesn't seem like he really wants to be doing it.
But I don't understand. Like, he did all of that and he caused all that commotion to own it, to tank it. Because it almost seems like it's become deliberate.
I don't know if he's tanking it.
Some people have said a lot of what he's doing is just like retweeting, like, I mean, for lack of a better word, Republican shit. Like, as if, so my theory, or a theory I've heard kicked around, is he wants Republicans to buy Teslas.
To buy Teslas.
And Republicans are not going to buy Teslas. They'll drive a car that runs on coal before they buy a Tesla.
So you think his goal is to target?
They don't give a fuck about energy for like
right.
Where I'm gonna plug it in
shunning that. They don't want anything to do with it.
Where the fuck I'm supposed to plug it in?
I actually don't think. I don't think that he actually ever wanted to be owner of Twitter. I think he did it. No, I don't think he wanted to. I think it was
it was forced.
A ploy. And then when all the legal shit started, where they were going to sue him, he was like, "Oh, well, I guess I got to do it now." And then go ahead and do it.
Twitter got better lawyers than him.
Yeah, I don't think he actually really wanted to do it. So
it was like, "Oh, you want to play that game? We know what to do with your ass."
He didn't have to be in the forefront, though. He could have been a quiet owner.
Well, he was never quiet on Twitter in general.
But just do little tweets, because I mean, that's not who he is. His tweets have been transcending, and
he should have minded his motherfucking business.
I think he's taking it too far. I mean, just think about the checks. Anybody could buy a check mark. So that everybody was faking who they were and lying about stuff.
You got your check mark?
Nah, I ain't paying for that shit.
It's $8. Come on, man.
I didn't even have the $8.
He's never had a business that has failed, though. I'll just say that. So it may start off shitty, but he always finds a way to like turn it around. And so Twitter obviously was not doing well to begin with, because they would have never sold it if they were doing that well.
Right.
You know, so he said
I heard someone on NPR talking about, like, is it really even worth what he paid for it? You know, and I think in the end, no, it's probably not worth $44 billion, and it's not going up. You know,
they got to find a way to try to be profitable. And I don't know if any social media company can really be profitable.
I think Twitter has a better claim on the metaverse than Facebook does, and I feel like they could kind of, because they have like a chaotic user base, whereas everything on Facebook is more homely, family, and like older. I think it's a lot of millennials on Twitter, and I feel like that's kind of where the metaverse could be catapulted. So if he did that, and he did it a right way, didn't try to jump straight into like fucking VR like Mark's stupid ass, just make it like a social network that is just more interactive in other ways, like graphically and stuff like that.
I know you're a fan of Twitter. I'm not really on Twitter like that much. I love
Twitter. I love and hate Twitter.
I live on Twitter. Yeah. I'm not on there anymore.
Yeah.
I have one, but I don't even use it.
Yeah. I think everybody's kind of split between Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
That's me. And I'm really on
YouTube, really.
And YouTube. And I got a sister on Snapchat still. So
I've never had a Snapchat.
Some people still on Snapchat.
I'm sounding like an old lady. I don't have any of that.
I'm not on there anymore anyway. You got anything you want to bring up in Method Weekly?
All right, that was pretty much all I heard about.
Then let's get into the real topic that we want to get into. I think it's going to be a long conversation. And so it's best to start it early.
Are y'all ready to talk about sex?
Let's talk about sex, baby. All right, let's get it, Remy. Are talking about sex, talking about bad sex, good sex, and great sex. So Remy had a great question that he had posted a few weeks ago in my Facebook group. This question to kick off the topic, he asked a question, and if you want, you can kind of relate why you was asking this question. He says percentage-wise, how much does sex factor into your decision to be in a relationship with someone? Percentage-wise, how much does sex factor into your decision to be in a relationship with someone? Why'd you ask that question?
Wow. Well, I wasn't expecting something that I posted to come back up, but
I'm always watching.
I mean, what was I thinking about? Because I was thinking about how important sex was to me, and I was thinking pretty motherfucking important at this point. So I was like, okay, well, and usually when I have thoughts like that, I wonder how many people think the same thing or otherwise. And sometimes I'm like, oh, okay, I was wrong. Everybody, you know what I mean? But this time everybody was like, yeah, nigga, sex. Like sex is so important. Like I think there was only maybe like 1 or 2 people in the comments who was like under like 50%. Everybody was like 70 and 80. You know what I mean?
I didn't answer that on that
99
post at all. 99%.
99. Listen,
99%. I would say it's probably
all the
as I've gotten older. I think it's less for me.
And 1% off for error.
I think it's less for me. I wouldn't say 99%. I would say it's probably an 80% though. But I don't need to I'm not gonna not talk to somebody because we just haven't developed the right chemistry. You know what I mean? We can build that. But we're gonna talk about it. Let's talk about it. Not yet. So here's how I want to do this conversation. Talk about bad sex, questions related to bad sex, going to good sex, questions related to that, going to great sex.
Okay.
All right. So what was your percentage? You said what was your percentage?
I don't know. I guess I didn't really think about the question.
You just asking. All right, that's okay. So what is bad sex? What is bad sex, method heads? What do y'all when you think about bad sex? What is it?
I think if you cry at the end, it was definitely.
That could be great sex. That could be great sex.
No. I think you cried during. During great sex.
You can cry after sex and have it can be great.
It depends on the type of cry, though.
I've never cried after sex. I've cried during sex.
I ain't never cried during sex.
Have you ever cried when you climaxed?
No.
Look at you.
I like the question.
Hey,
have y'all ever cried?
I've never cried. You cried?
I've cried, but I asked that for a reason because we're talking about bad sex. I had.
Wait, ain't we talking about bad sex?
We're talking about bad sex.
Yeah, bad sex.
So I got stories. There was a guy that
short version though.
Short version. Yeah. At the end, he whimpered and shook uncontrollably when he came.
Yeah.
And so I thought maybe it was a one-off. So I had to try.
We don't all do that.
It was like a girl. It was like
I said we don't all do that.
Do you really though?
We don't all do that.
I mean,
look at you alone.
You ain't never whimpered at the end of the
You are alone.
You never whimpered.
It was an uncontrollable whimper. It was intolerable. I'm not doing it.
That's funny.
I can't do it.
So you cried because he whimpered?
No, I wasn't crying with him. No, I've had some bomb ass sex that I cried because it was like that good.
Sex.
No, that's fine. No, the bad sex.
So what is bad sex? What is bad sex? So when I think about bad sex, I think about bad sex being, and I was talking about a woman, but I think a lot of women would probably say, you can say this, is short duration.
Absolutely.
It could be maybe the man has a micro penis or something like that.
Complete deal breaker.
Right. So, but for me, I think of bad sex of like lack of motion. I think about dryness. Some women, as they get older, kind of struggle with moistness sometimes. Right.
But yeah, I've heard that happens.
Yeah, so it happens.
And I'm in menopause, so every once in a while, a man comes up to me and they're like, "Oh, so do you?" No, I don't at all. That's not a problem. That's not an issue.
I think about bad sex being like just one way all the time.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that's what I think about when I think about bad sex. What do y'all think about bad sex?
It's funny to think about that. Like, okay, so if you have sex one way a lot, eventually it becomes bad sex. But when you do something a lot, don't you get good at it?
Yeah, but I
think so. But I mean, you get good at it, but I think it's only good at it if that's the position that really turns your woman on.
It depends on the person. I think.
Yeah. Or the man, turn your man on in that position too, whatever. So
it depends.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like boring sex. I don't like vanilla sex. So for me, boring. Somebody that wants to stick to like 1 or 2 positions, boring.
She says she like chocolate sex.
Bad sex. A man who don't eat. That's called non-existent sex because I'm not having sex with him. What else? Come too quick. And I say that in not a disrespectful manner, because if it's really good and you come too quick, that's a difference.
I mean, there are come too quick.
You got that whop.
There are come too quick scenarios.
Right.
There's scenarios where you'll have sex and coming fast is the goal. Like if you have a quickie somewhere, you're not trying to like fuck in the bathroom for like 20 minutes. You try to want it done, get out of it.
Well, no, a quickie that's tolerable. But if you come too quick, I would like to have it again. And
True.
again, and potentially again.
So bad sex, I can see that as a coming too quick. But I admit, like, obviously when I younger days, especially when I first time started having sex, I was not lasting long. But I also think you can have amazing sex in 10 minutes, depending on the people.
You could, but it depends on how. So for me, it has to be interactive. Like, every once in a while, a quickie could be amazing sex. I think it's also tied to the person that you're having it with. But if you're just coming too quick, or even just like banging, bad sex.
I think you only see that with the banging with guys who think because they got a big dick, they can just bang.
And that's another thing too, because a lot of men that have a big dick think that just because they have a big dick, it's like, the sex is amazing. No, it's not. You still gotta know what to do with said big dick.
What's worse to experience? Short duration, penis too small / pussy too open, or lack of motion? What's the worst to experience in bad sex? Short duration, penis too small or pussy too open. It happens, or lack of motion.
For me,
lack of motion or emotion.
Motion.
Oh, lack of motion.
Like dead fish, she just lay there. For me, it's small penis.
It's a real thing.
Small penis, because I can't enjoy it.
Gotcha.
I have a big ass. It's not worth it.
Okay, small penis.
So what's the preferred girth?
Preferred girth.
I mean, girth is different from length.
Girth could vary, but you don't want it to be small and thin.
Right.
Listen, when she love you, the 4 inches feel like 8.
Fuck no. The 4 inches don't get re-entry. I'm sorry.
I'm thinking of correlations. Okay, so
that's the question.
What's the question?
But I asked you, what's worse to experience?
I ain't never had bad sex like that. Like, honestly, because I'm a man. Honestly, it takes a lot for a man to have bad sex.
Women can be bad at sex too.
I'm not saying that. I just haven't had sex with those women.
Okay.
You've been very
you've
blessed.
never had bad sex. Okay.
I've had relationship sex.
Yeah.
But that's different.
That can be bad sex.
Wait a minute.
Sure.
It can be.
It can be.
Relationship sex.
Because you just go through the motions sometimes. Depending on how long you've been together.
Relationship sex is different than strange sex. That's just a fact of life.
I mean, I've been single for so fucking long. I don't even remember what relationship sex is like. What is it like?
What is it
I
like?
mean, listen.
About this mythical thing.
I'm not
We don't remember no
I'm not
more.
going to talk about relationship sex on this podcast.
I mean, you talk about past relationships. You've all been in a relationship.
Woman A.
No, I've never had sex before this relationship. I don't know what you're talking about.
So what's my next question? So Remy said he's never had bad sex. Have you had bad sex? And Method, have you had bad sex?
I have had very little bad sex, but I've had bad sex.
And it was what made it the best? Other than the one guy who whimpered.
The whimpering guy. There was this guy who, like, him and I, the chemistry was amazing. When I say amazing, and we were just like egging each other on for like a whole month. We finally had sex. First, he had a waterbed.
Oh, you're going way back.
We're going back like 15 years. We're not even going back that far.
15 years is a long time.
Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm lying. We're going back like 8 years because I was divorced 10 years ago. We're going back like 8 years. He had a waterbed.
My man had a waterbed.
Talk about nostalgia. Damn. But I don't know if you ever fucked on a waterbed. It's like the motion is already causing itself, and now you have to try and be in rhythm with it.
Yeah, it's not the best fun.
But no kissing, no touching, no nothing. He just pulled the dick out, and that was it. And it was whack. Yeah, it was terrible. All that chemistry for nothing. It was. I mean, I was nauseous.
Yeah. It's not really made for it if you think about it, because it's like this shit. And you know what I mean?
It's really not made for sleeping.
But there were 90 songs about that sex.
You can fuck on a trampoline.
The movies made it good.
You can fuck on a trampoline before you can fuck on a waterbed, I think.
So I have had bad sex. So for me, the bad sex experience was one. All right, so I think about bad sex as a whole, like the whole picture, not just the active sex. And so she came over and she's in my place and she was okay, I'm gonna go get ready. So, you know, I'm setting the mood. I got the candle lit, I got the music playing, got the lights down low. I'm like, it's gonna be a good night. She going to the bathroom. Luther. She was in the bathroom for about 35 minutes and she was not taking a shit. She was in there like, I don't know what she was doing.
Brushing her teeth.
So by the time she came out, I'm like, okay, like what's going on? I done lost the mood for it, but I force it. I try to do it so we get into it. Like no chemistry. We have any chemistry. She did not. Her head, it was lazy head. Like you giving me lazy head. Like I'm just like, what are we doing right now? You know. And so for me, it ended up being just the whole experience was not good. Because I like when a woman is really into you or really into sex, you can tell. Or she's really into your body, like she's all over your body. She's kissing your body. She's doing everything. When a woman is not into it and she's going through the motions, that's not a good experience for me. At least for me.
No,
like you got to lie to me a little bit, like pretend you want to be there.
Well, I mean, especially when you went all out of your way to make it romantic, set the mood, and then she's just like.
I'm typically a romantic type person. Like I actually don't like fucking in the car. I know people do it. Like
I like fucking anywhere.
Game
I'm
right
sorry,
there.
anywhere and everywhere.
I haven't fucked in the car in at least 2 years.
I got cum stains all over my seats. Nah,
I have leather. I wash that shit off.
If I do, you know what I do want to do is actually on my bucket list. I want to fuck in the back of a limo.
Okay, I can see that.
Or on a private jet, one or the other.
Oh yeah, I haven't done the jet either. The limo I've done. For that question, for my guest, length or girth. I prefer both. If I could have one, I would prefer length because you could do a lot more with it than you can with girth, and it's short and stubby. Not my thing.
TikTok, if y'all watching on TikTok too, y'all can ask us questions. I'll try to peek in there and answer your questions.
TikTok didn't
the beach is the best.
Okay, I'm doing good.
Listen, I've been here for a year and I still haven't had beach sex.
The beach?
Too much sand everywhere.
Yeah, well,
like I would do it, but it's too much.
If you
sand.
plan for it properly, I think it can work.
They got us. They got us.
Who said it?
You said it. They probably caught up. It just caught up late. That's all good.
Shit. We just got kicked off TikTok, y'all. Fuck TikTok.
What did we say?
He said, nigga.
Oh.
That's all right. So, the next question. You turn this off. All right, so I was going to ask, this is the last part for bad sex, or if y'all have something else. So I think a lot of the things about bad sex happens because a person says a lot of no's. Like, no, I don't want to try this. No, I don't want to do that.
That's
no, 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 no. So can a person unwillingness to try different things make bad sex?
Absolutely. I didn't even think about that. I like to try most things, and I'm very sexually fun. Like there's not much that I won't really do within reason. I'm not a big fetish person, so I don't want to do that. But sexually, any hole pretty much is good for me. Okay. So if somebody's not willing to do that, like I've had men before who've never tried anal and we're kind of worried about it, but I've never had anybody turn it down. And then they usually become curious, and then they want it, and then they love it, and then they don't want to stop doing it. But somebody that's not very experimental is boring. Like I said, I mean, I'm kind of when you're in the mood, like you're on a date and you guys build up anticipation.
Right.
It's fun to have somebody that wants to just try anything.
Yeah.
If you're too inhibited, I don't really want to do it.
Yeah.
It's a turn off.
Yeah, I definitely think like bad sex. If you're always saying no to the things I want to try or whatnot, what's your disposition? No, granted, some men can't do certain positions, right? But that doesn't mean they have bad sex. It just means like you got to work with what you got and know how to work it good.
Right.
Okay, hold on. What do you mean they can't do certain positions?
Like, I mean, there's something like if a man is, let's say, under 5 inches and she got a big ass, he might not be able to hit it from the back. He might, you know what I mean? Like, so it just depends. But that doesn't mean that he can't do other things well and to make it good, right?
Right.
So, but I think people need to be more open about the person. If you're willing to lay down with that person, why are you saying no to certain things? You know?
Yes, there you go. You need him all the way in there. I feel you.
Remy, anything else about bad sex?
I think I agree with you on the openness. On the other hand, too, you also want to make sure it's not like
over the top.
It just can't be too one-sided. It can't be just like we only do whatever I want to do. You say yes to everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
but there's got to be conversations.
Well, if you're
or at the very least a natural chemistry. Like we can figure it out in the moment. That's even better.
Yeah.
But if not, we gotta talk about it.
Yeah, bad sex is just. I think we gotta get out of our own way if you're having bad sex.
Yes,
for sure.
Sex is a service in and of itself. It's about service. So if you go into it,
that's true.
Focused on serving the person that you're with, most likely you're gonna have a good time. Depending. Sometimes you can get in situations. I've never been in those situations because all my sex is good sex.
I'm so blessed.
Not all my sex is good sex.
Most of my sex is good sex. I'm very blessed to have to get the right sizes, to get the right chemistry, because that's all important to me. To get men that kiss, because that's a big deal.
Kissing is a big deal.
Do you kiss during sex?
Kissing during sex. All right, so let's a smooth transition.
Let's move to good sex.
Let's move to good sex.
All right.
So talking about kissing.
Okay.
Does kissing make it good?
Absolutely.
She got to be a decent kisser.
Okay,
kissing can ruin
it. Kissing with somebody who can kiss.
If you fucking if you fucking somebody and she like use teeth when she kiss, come on, I can't.
I'll be honest. I actually try my best not to kiss someone if you're not my woman.
Really?
If I'm not in a relationship with you, I don't kiss.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
I know it sounds silly. It sounds silly to a lot of people, right?
That's one of them between.
But I feel like when I'm kissing and we having sex, that's a deeper connection.
It's intimate.
It's super intimate.
That's one difference between relationships.
Not that sex is not intimate already, but it's a different level to me.
That's one difference between relationship sex and strange sex.
Yeah.
Relationship sex, like that door is
open.
Included.
That's included.
That's part of it. But strange sex is like maybe we'll see. It depends on how toxic I feel tonight.
I also feel like it depends on like how much I'm into that person too, right? If I think that person is like super hot and she's just like doing the damn thing in the bed, I'm probably gonna kiss. Like I'm not like, no, don't kiss me.
Yeah,
don't kiss me. No, I'm not saying that. I don't always lead with that unless you're my woman.
Okay. See, for me, I feel like kissing, even if you're not on that level of a relationship yet, can bring that. Like that can give you some intensity and more chemistry.
I think that for me too is like if the kiss doesn't feel right, I'm not going. It's not gonna be sex. Like the kiss gotta kind of be there.
If the kiss is not right, I'm not even doing a relationship. Right. I have hard limits on certain things that are sexual because it's really, really high on my list of importance.
If the head ain't right, I ain't gonna be interested in a relationship. Bad head.
Well, I agree with that too.
For sure.
Because you could kiss me and be an amazing kisser and you can't kiss down there and then that's still gonna be a problem. Agreed.
Yeah, so kissing. Right. The kissing important to y'all. That's the question we're asking. If you're in the comments right now, we appreciate you. Keep commenting. Do us a favor. Share right now. Click the little share button right now. Share it to your groups. Share it to your group. Share it to wherever. Let's get more people up in here. So good sex. Keeping it moving on good sex.
So somebody in comments said, if your kiss don't have her leaking, then you ain't the one.
Okay. That's what's up.
Selena said, what defines bad head?
Okay. Can we talk about good head? Can we talk about good head? Because then we talk about, obviously we can say what opposite of, if we're not doing that. So for me, good head, and it's different for every man, right?
It is.
It's different for every person.
It's definitely different because I've had men tell me.
I'm not like, I don't like you to spit on my dick. Like I'm not that dude. Like don't.
Don't project you to do
that.
That ain't me.
Please
but
don't.
You can grip it though. You can grip it, and you can just suck the head. And your eyes are closed and you really enjoying it. That's for me. It's like you just enjoying it. That's for me. It's the pressure and the lips and the suction, and it's a combination hand motion with the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
That defines good sex for me. I don't need all the other that gawk and that choking in.
All that showing off. All that showing off.
I hate when they ask you to spit. I don't want to spit anywhere. And for the most part, I don't have that.
Porn shit, man.
That is porn shit.
It is definitely porn shit. There was one guy that I was with, and it was actually not like this year, and he wanted he's like sloppy toppy. Like he just wants you to just like be oozing out of the freaking mouth. I don't want to do that. I don't want to choke on my own spit. Like it's just too much.
I think part of that, people who enjoy that is probably like they're into humiliation sex.
Okay, so now on that topic, there was a guy that I was with again probably like 9 years ago who only liked dominant sex. Only. And his thing was gag porn, and I didn't know about it, and he was like, look it up on YouTube, and I did. And I didn't, because you're not choking me to death. Yeah. And he happened to be
YouTube?
A monster. Yes. You can look up gag porn.
On YouTube?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Now, this was back then. I'm assuming it's still there now. I'm assuming, because you can find anything.
Are you about to look for it?
No. I was going to new comments. That's
Spitting is requested.
Yeah, don't spit on my dick, man.
You can teach good head, Selena. Absolutely, you can.
You can. So what's bad head? What's bad head? What's good head for a woman?
For a woman, okay.
You know, you represent for all women right now.
Yes, so. I know. Okay, so for me, and I think that this is different for every woman. Potentially, I don't think it's as diverse as it is for men, but for women, bad head, flicking in the same spot all the time can become irritating.
Right.
Being just the same way you don't want it to be dry for a man, we also don't want it to be dry. If it's too dry, your tongue like feels like sandpaper. I don't want that.
Guys can have dry tongue?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
I've had dry mouth while eating pussy before. I was like, maybe I'll be back. I'll be back. I gotta go handle myself.
Okay,
I drank some more. Yeah, I knew what the fuck. Listen.
Staying on the clit. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like the same little spot over and over again. Like after a while, that gets irritating.
Yeah.
And then for me, like I want you to do some combo moves. Like I want you to be down there eating it and using your finger.
It's because we doing uppercuts and right hooks and jabs and all that shit. Don't just do the same jab over and over. Come on.
So what? Comment, please.
It's like
so I normally go clit, hole, clit, circle. I do different things. Like and I'm a pleaser. So for me, good sex is oral sex is part of good sex, right?
Absolutely.
And so I'm not one of those guys that like enjoy giving head.
But you want to please your partner.
I'm not like, girl, come over, let me eat that pussy, and you can go home. Like I ain't that.
No.
I'm not really even into those types of guys, but there's a lot of those guys.
Yeah, a lot of guys out there. I'm not saying, but
no, man.
But if I know my woman's into it, I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna enjoy it, right? Because I enjoy her pleasing her.
I think they call that a munch.
That's what the kids munch,
call it a munch.
Yeah.
So what's good sex? What's good head, Remy? In your perspective,
if I came, that was good head.
Say what?
I said if I come, that was good head. Boom.
Really?
Yeah. Do you
really
come from head?
No.
Do you take a long time to come from head?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so some women don't necessarily like that.
It's gonna be some work. Yeah. And I get that. So for me, it's like I'm not that into it. But if I feel like if you're dedicated, then fuck it, let's go. If you can do it, that was a good time. I probably only come from head maybe like 3-4 times.
Really?
But we also talked about like how pussy can be bad sex. I've never had pussy that I felt like wasn't to that point. So usually pussy is all I need.
Well, I mean, it's easier for men to have good sex versus women having good sex.
Also, one more thing. Difference between relationship sex and strange sex. Condoms, no condoms.
Oh, fuck condoms.
I mean, okay. But I'm just saying that's one thing that could be on the other side. So
if you use, condoms suck. Period.
Condoms really suck.
So we not fucking with condoms no more.
I mean, most people will say they fucking with condoms.
Hey,
but
like, we're not
behind closed door. People do a lot of stuff.
I want to know who's fucking with condoms now.
My tubes have been tied for 18 years, and I've been in menopause for 3 years. Yeah. So
them dudes ain't pulling.
We're doing condoms in the beginning. We're going to get tested, especially for somebody that I'm interested in. I only date with intention, so I'm not casually out there.
Right.
And then once we get tested, it's raw all the way. Fuck that.
Raw is amazing.
It is.
If a woman comes from oral sex multiple times, but not through sexual penetration, is that still considered good sex?
I don't think
if a woman comes from oral sex multiple times, but not through sexual penetration, is that still considered good sex?
I guess if it's dependent on the woman, I guess, because I've never been in that type of a situation. So maybe that's good for her because she's not used to coming.
Selena says yes. So if someone a dude eating your pussy, he make you come 8 times eating your pussy, and then he penetrates and y'all still have good sex, but he can't hit that spot. You didn't have good sex?
Oh yeah, no. In that case, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because because I mean, at that point, it's not even as important if I've already come 8 times.
That's the question.
Now I want him
if
to
you
come.
come multiple times for oral sex, but you don't have an orgasm from sexual penetration, is it good sex?
But I would still want to come again. So maybe not.
I see what you saying. Your standards is like, listen,
My
the dick
standards are
has to be at a
high.
specific level.
My standards are really high.
Yeah, I mean, you already said you like a big dick. That's a fact.
Yes. But
you gotta get through that ass.
Fine. That's
Yeah.
right.
You gotta get through that
Right.
ass.
If a woman comes multiple times
Mhm.
from oral sex,
I mean, I can't
You
answer
did
that.
your
I'm a
job.
you
dude.
can.
You
I
did your
can
job.
answer it.
Tell
Yeah.
her.
Just take your
That's
shoulders
up to
off,
her if
you're
she had,
happy.
if she
I
enjoyed
think it's
that.
good sex.
So I'll say this. This is what all I'm gonna say on this as a subject. Every man should figure out how to climax a woman with his mouth. That is like
100%.
essential
100%.
training. They should teach that shit like in college.
It's
Kinda
an
like
It
art.
should be an
101.
elective.
It's an art for
It
sure.
should be an elective. Like
It should
make
be
her
mandatory.
come if you actually want to see her after this.
I think Facebook uses is Sasha. She says some women only have clitoral orgasms.
Right.
Penetration of the cherry on top. Let me play this clip
Right.
really quickly.
I like that
but let
cherry,
me just
though.
say, so
That
my,
cherry's amazing.
so the thing that I'm gonna say though is, even still, and you rarely make a woman come with your penis, you should still try and figure it out. And once you do, if you do,
It's amazing.
you know what I mean? Like
You can-
at least
as a
get
man-
one.
As a man,
At
you're
least
gonna
get
feel,
one.
feel really good about
It'll
it.
change your life.
Absolutely.
Let me
At
play-
that point, I think it's more for the man than it is for the woman.
Let me play this clip really quick. Just part of it. Just part of it.
So you've never had an orgasm?
Out 6. No,
Off of
out
sex.
head.
What is
yeah.
6?
Oh, I know.
Sex.
What this is.
Six. Shut up.
What about 7?
Six.
You nut off
Oh my
7?
That's
God, you know
Glorilla.
what?
Yeah.
Glorilla, I need you to meet somebody because there's a woman we all know in this room who had a similar problem.
What's funny about that?
Oh my God,
That
Glorilla,
is
I
funny.
really want you to have an orgasm during sex.
But we
You gotta
fixed that
start
problem.
right.
I have them a lot when I get head, but not.
But I'm talking about during intercourse.
I be
that's a
trying to see
shame.
like how do you do that?
No, it is a big deal though for a lot of women because until we learn like how to teach a guy how to do it, are you vocal? Like, do you tell him this is what you
You're
need
not
to
vocal.
do?
You're not vocal.
I'm vocal.
You tell him what to do.
Yeah.
She seemed like
Well,
she
you gotta
like
get another
21
But you know,
years
I saw
old.
somewhere
See,
it said it's on the 11%
She ain't
chance or
vocal.
a female can have an orgasm off 6.
I think
Six-
when
it's
you know how
actually-
you
it's
can
actually
do it all
6%.
together.
Once you learn
It's
to-
one-
So
Six.
it's 6% of women only have orgasm off of sexual penetration.
6% of women have orgasm off 6.
No, 6.
It's only
Yes,
6%.
only 6%.
Have orgasm or
So this-
penetration orgasm.
Yes.
orgasms.
So this is a 2-part question. This is for everyone.
Damn.
Question number
I'm so
one.
shocked.
Question number 1 is this. How old do you think women have orgasm from penetration much later in life than say if you were younger? Like what is determining that? Is it just men not
I
being
think-
able to do with it?
I think men get better at sex with age. I think
Yes.
like in your 20s you're trying too hard, and then in your 30s you kind of just got shit figured out. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
you know what your move is. I know what my move is. I know what I need to do here.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in your 40s, you're
So-
like the master.
So I think
Yeah.
that the correlation is just that men evolve in that way, and then women just gotta kind of like they gotta wait for us to get ready.
But women
know.
evolve also. I have evolved over time. I think about
Yeah.
sex in my 20s and you think you're doing some shit. You're like, oh, I'm
Right.
amazing.
Right.
And then you
That's
hit your
true.
30s and you're like, oh, I was whack back then.
Yeah.
And then you hit your 40s and you're like, fuck
So
all
wait.
y'all young people.
So it's fair to say that girls are bad at sex in their youth. I just don't think about that.
We're learning.
Something
We're
about
all learning.
something
for sure.
yeah, but something about like I don't know, like youth for women is like I don't know. You know what I'm saying? In your 20s?
I think
Yes.
the thing that
You
probably,
don't feel like you was killing it in your 20s?
No.
Yeah, I said I felt like it back then.
So-
but as I
You
look
learn.
back,
Let me ask you a
Yeah.
question. Do you still have moves that you use in your 20s in your repertoire?
who can remember 20s?
I'm just saying.
I don't know.
I might remember
I don't
that.
know.
remember
Well, I learned. So the first time I made a woman come to orgasm through oral sex, I was 21.
You remember the age?
Yes,
I
nigga.
remember
That was
that.
it was a wild day. I was like, yo,
Wow.
that's how you do that?
Mm,
Because I figured it out. I cracked the
Yeah.
fucking code. And yes, of course I still do that. Not the exact same way.
Yeah.
Obviously I've evolved, but it like depending on the woman. But like that, I go back to those moves
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot
Go
of women.
back to that.
I think there's a lot of women who don't
The ones
have
that work.
sex or have orgasm through penetration. I don't think Glorilla is
Yeah, and
rare.
she's
You
real
know what I
young.
mean? And so, but when you're young, though, a lot
Yeah.
of the things that stop you is your confidence in yourself,
Right.
your mind, right? Like how
Really?
you feel up for sure.
See, I feel
For
like it's
sure.
the opposite. I
You
feel
don't know
like
your-
in my younger
You also
age,
don't know
I
your
was more
body.
experimental.
You also don't know
That's
your
the
body.
thing.
If you don't know your body, then it's harder to have that orgasm through sexual penetration. I would imagine for women, right? Because
Right.
women I talk to, older women today, my age, who 35, 30 and up, they all say, it's because I got more comfortable in my own, knowing my body,
Yes.
got more comfortable and asking what I needed, right? That allowed them to have the orgasm through sexual penetration. But there's so many people who don't really know their own body truly, even at 40, who is like, okay, well, maybe you're not experiencing this because you haven't really explored your body enough to know
Right.
where your spots are,
Right.
to know what it takes to hit that orgasm.
The spot is important. I was gonna say, if you know your body, and I think that happens maybe in your 30s, but for sure in your 40s, you know every single move that you need to do. You can help the man along. So even if the man's not hitting that spot, you can shift your shit so that way you can really get off, and you know how to come every time.
Yeah.
So a lot of times it's not even dependent on the man. I think that 6% is so off because they didn't ask me. They didn't poll me. So
Maybe
who are they
but
polling?
maybe you're in the 6%. The 6% though.
I am, but it has to
I
be
mean,
more
look
than
it up.
6%.
It's
I don't know.
pretty low.
Shout
It's
I don't
pretty
believe
shout
low.
out to the 6%ers.
It's pretty low.
Who in the 6% having orgasms off dick?
I know in my 20s, I was, as far as good sex, I don't feel like I really started having good sex until my 30s, to be completely honest with you. Like, yes, I was fucking in my 20s, right? But I don't feel like I was attentive,
No.
right? I don't think most men in their 20s are attentive, and like I was still getting comfortable in my own skin. So in my 30s, my sex life in my 30s were amazing,
Yeah.
right? I've had some good sex in my 30s, and I'm pretty sure my 40s are going to be even more amazing. But I'm not ashamed to say, like, I don't think I was good at it. I wasn't having good sex in my 20s.
I didn't watch a whole lot of porn. I'm trying to think, when did I really start getting heavily into porn? I feel like it was like maybe my late 20s. I know in my early 20s, I don't know why. I don't. Maybe I might have seen something, but I had like some fun with some cake. Like that was the first time I actually tried food with my spouse. We weren't married at the time, but like I got freaky with it with some birthday cake.
I'm not a food person. I know some people love food. They like to experiment with food, but it's so messy.
Yeah, I don't
care about messy.
like being sticky.
I
don't
care.
like
I can
being
take a
sticky. I
shower.
don't like her being sticky. That shit. Let's not get sticky. But I do like fruit. Like if I like an orange. You know what I'm saying? Like you cut an orange in half and you do some shit like that. Like I can do some shit like
It's
that.
still gonna be sticky
I can't.
though.
Yeah, but it's at least it's fruit. I'm getting my vitamin C.
But why do you care? You can just take a shower. Like just
No.
have fun
I
with
do
it.
like. I mean, I don't mind having like some kind of like
the shower
on the
in
pussy while I'm eating it more. I
Right.
get that, but I don't want it all. Like I don't want caramel on my body. Like I don't want that. Like it's.
I don't care. Any flavor. It
He
doesn't
said,
matter.
whatever.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
whatever.
matter.
I
I'm down for
would
whatever.
put it on me. I don't give a fuck, but I don't like.
How about other things like candle wax? Like that was a
No,
big deal for a little while.
no.
Nope.
I'm not in the pain.
I don't know who taught y'all that shit, but throw
I
that
don't
shit
want no
away.
pain.
That was in
Why-
movies too.
y'all got
Yo,
issues.
what movies was that in? Because
Y'all
I
got
swear that was
issues.
in movies back then.
If a motherfucker want to get his ass beat during sex, he'll let you know immediately. Listen,
Porno hot candle sex on.
How about other weird things? I had a guy that used to like to bite me from the back, like not like lightly bite me, like damn near chick a
Draw
chunk. Like I used to
blood.
have like lots of fucking marks on my back, and that was his thing, and that was weird.
Well, I think
I like
not that I'm
shit.
kink shaming. I'm not kink shaming.
I like that. I like doing
Hard?
that.
Really,
Yeah,
really hard?
hell yeah. I mean, not like not like. I'm not gonna leave teeth marks, but
I had teeth marks.
oh, that dude.
Nah, you don't. That's right, Selena. I don't like pain. Like you can,
I love pain.
You can spank me a little bit, but you ain't gonna smack me. You ain't gonna make me pass out.
Oh, no,
you
no,
ain't
no,
pouring
don't
shit
smack
on
me.
me. You
Don't
ain't
smack
shit.
me.
You ain't
threaten
shitting
my
on me.
life.
You ain't pissing on me. You ain't doing none of that.
No,
Don't smack me. Oh, on smacking, like
No.
no. I mean, not for y'all.
I don't know my own
No,
strength,
not
so
my
I ain't
hand,
smacking
not
me.
my hand, but my ass.
yeah,
For the
ass
longest
one
time, for the longest time, I hated when a man smacked my ass. That shit was so fucking annoying, and it was more annoying, I think, because outside of sex, when a lot of men see a big ass, you want to hit it, and playfully, a lot of men hit it. Unplayfully, a lot of men hit it. So I think I got so annoyed with being touched on a regular basis that with sex, I'm like, please don't fucking
Someone
smack
said
my
it was that
ass.
Sliver. I don't know. It could
Oh,
have been
man.
Sliver. So back
And
to your point.
I mean, and that's my instinct.
Yeah.
That's
But
a
then you
man's
want to do that
instinct.
shit all the fucking time. So I've gotten to the point where I'm
I
immune
slap
to
it when
it
she on
because I know
top.
it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So, but to your point, I think someone's willingness to try different types of kinks makes good sex,
Absolutely.
right? Like, it's like I'm not into being choked, and I'm not into choking women.
Choke me.
But if they into it, I will. I feel like if I'm laying down with you, I want you to be happy. I want you to be pleased. So tell me what you like, and I will try to do it. But give me the benefit of the doubt to learn, right? I can't. People think, oh, just choke me. You choke me. You don't. Sometimes you don't know how to do certain things. You've never done it before,
Right.
right? But I do think like BDSM, certain things do make sex good. So what are some kinks that you're into that makes it good?
I like to be choked. I don't want you to choke me until I'm about to pass out. But I like some light choking. I love hair pulling. Pull the fuck out of that shit. That's fantastic.
Y'all can't pull my hair.
I don't think I really have other kinks like that. Like I'm not into weird.
You don't like being tied up?
Oh yeah, you can do that. Blindfold is good too.
I love tying women up, but I'm not. So again, I like to please, right? So part of good sex for me, tying you up and then continuing to please you.
That's fun.
That is something that really turns me on. That defines as good sex. It's not even about pain. Like I'm not trying to beat you up. I'm not trying to like. That's what you want. But for me, the tying up is in the teasing and the playing with the clit, making you come. Like I enjoy that stuff.
That's tension building. That's exciting.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm good with that.
You don't have any kinks that you're into, Remy, that you're comfortable to talk about? He probably not gonna say it. So we'll keep on moving on.
I had one.
You lost it already?
I like. What do I like? I don't think I like anything that's like not pretty
vanilla sex.
Regular. No. I like a lot of regular shit. I don't think I want to be blindfolded. I don't want to be tied up myself.
I do want to be. I do.
I've done like handcuffs before, but I was like, I've tried a lot of things. Not like, yeah, I don't know. I've tried a few things. So
whips.
Now I know. No. What the fuck?
Like I'm just throwing them out
what
there. I don't care for it, but I mean, yeah.
Somebody do. Yeah,
somebody does.
So good sex.
I don't have a lot of
I think good sex. Part of good sex is also like giving up control. I think a lot of times the things that prevents people from having good sex is they have too much control over everything.
Right.
They don't want to let go of control. Right. It's like, no, I don't want to do that. Oh no, I can't do this. No, it's like, come on.
I don't understand that.
No, I like being in control.
I bet you do, which is why you don't want to be tied up. Right. But I bet you it will blow his mind. I guarantee you. If he let his fiance tie him up,
I don't want that part of my mind blown. Let's keep that shit where it is.
You should just try it one time. Just once.
Listen, first of all, I don't trust my fiance enough to let her tie me up. I'm not letting that woman tie me up. I love her. She gonna tie me up, grab my credit cards, and leave the house.
She gonna torture you for days.
No. Yeah, nah, fuck that.
See, for me, I'm always in control in my life because I own a business. So I always have to be in control of everybody else. I want that control taken away from me.
Right.
Now, when I was with the Dom, I was rebellious because that was like too much control. I'm like, nah, I'm not listening to you.
Levels.
Yeah, that's OD control. But for the most part, I want somebody to take control because I'm always in control. I want to be able to let go. I want to be able to trust my partner.
Yeah.
To please me and lead it until I want to take back control again.
I don't want to be in control every time though.
No.
I like giving up control. I like when a woman is dominant. Not all the time though, but like just show me like you fucking want me. You want my dick. You want to ride me. You want to sit on my face. Whatever you want to do. Like I like that.
Well, it's an equal
Not every
opportunity
time,
experience.
but like just do that shit. Like no, this is what I want to do. Oh yeah, okay, let's do this shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I'm with it, but so many women don't do it because I don't think women are confident enough to do that all the time.
That's sad. But I'm sure that there are women like that.
I ain't never had a woman say, "Can she ride my face?" I always got to initiate that shit.
Oh, so, I don't think I've ever asked a guy to let me ride his face. I'll be honest about that. But I've also never had to ask.
But I've definitely said, "Look, let me stick this dick in your mouth." You know what I mean? So it's like if men can ask for it, why can't women ask for it?
Okay,
I'm just saying
that makes sense. Again, I've never even thought to do that because I'm usually just participating in everything that's going on anyways. So
you wouldn't be turned on if your fiance was like, put this pussy in your mouth.
No, because he doesn't like anybody else to be in control.
I will
so
stop everything. First of all, don't talk to me like
who
that.
the fuck you think you're talking
Don't
to?
even talk to me like that. You know what? I'm going outside. I'm gonna go smoke.
Who are you?
I definitely would, but no, I think so. Yeah, so good. All right, so let's go into great sex. All right, so we talked about bad sex,
the best you ever had,
the best you ever had. So we talked about bad sex. We talked about good sex,
the throat goats.
So what's the difference? What's the difference between good sex and great sex?
I have had some sex where the man was rubbing my back during sex. That was amazing. For me, I don't always like a man that talks a lot, but if you're whispering into my ear and saying some sexy shit like that could take that shit into the stratosphere. All right, stuff like that, like that's. Or I've had a man actually kind of speak affirmations to me while we were having sex. Like that's how
I'm done.
You ain't whispering in my ear, nigga. You ain't gonna keep whispering in my ear. God, what? No.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no. I've had a man speak some affirmations to me during sex, like
affirmations.
Yeah.
Like that's also really sexy.
Wow. Wait, like what though?
You are the queen
What'd he
of
say?
This earth, baby.
I mean, similar. Like
so beautiful.
What did he say? No, what did he say though?
Like you inspire me.
Keep going, girl.
But I'm telling you, like
I'm about to come right now. Keep going.
Just not on the keyboard, not on the keyboard.
Oh,
like you're amazing.
Yeah.
Things like that. It's not even necessarily correlating to the sex that we're having.
Yeah.
He's speaking about me as a person.
Yeah.
And that kind of ups your
That sounds like some Drake shit. That's some shit Drake would be doing. Like if he fucking you and just wishing life into you at the same time.
That's a grand rising nigga. That's what that is.
I'm so proud.
I can see how that can be very empowering to be.
That's beautiful.
In that moment.
That's beautiful that you experienced that.
It's different. Yeah. I know.
I'll admit I've never even thought to do that. So I'm gonna try that shit now.
I've never had that before. Like I can't even remember everything that he was saying, but it was sexy. That shit was sexy. Great sex for me is somebody that can mirror how I am, because I'm a pleaser. And so I want to see you squirm. I want to take your soul. I want everything to leave your body until I'm done with you. That's important for me during sex, which is why sex is so important for me in a relationship.
Right. Yeah.
I have to have that constant intimacy. I'm not somebody that when I get older, sex is going to become less important. No. Which is why I'm very, very discerning on who I choose as a partner when I finally actually get to that point. But for me, great sex is somebody also doing that. Somebody getting to learn me. I don't want to have to tell you what I want. I want you to find out because you wanted to know. That's great sex for me.
Interesting.
So I would say for me, great sex is connection, chemistry, openness. It doesn't even have to be like an all night kind of thing. Like it's just like when we in it, she's being pleased, I'm being pleased. We're trying different things. I'm trying to think like great sex. A lot of my great sex experiences came from like threesomes and like orgies. But I think part of that is because I think part of great sex also is like fantasy. Right? You're doing things that you haven't tried and it's taboo. So you're doing it and you're like, wow, this is amazing. Or I mean, I've never done it, it's been bad. But for me, I think a lot of that is just trying new experiences that turns into great sex. Like we had good chemistry and we did a threesome and it was just amazing. Like it was just great for the both two women and me, and we were all in there together. But I've also had great sex one-on-one. But a lot of that came because over time we've been consistently, I know her body, she knows my body, and I don't have to work for an hour trying to make her have an orgasm. She knows her body. I can hit their spots, she can hit my spots, and then we can cuddle afterwards. You know what I mean? Like, so that's for me, it's like great sex. Remy, what is great sex?
What is great sex? I feel like great sex is so like the sex you remember. If that makes sense. Like if you have a lot of sex,
yeah,
you're not gonna remember all of it.
Yeah, for sure.
You know
That's true. That's true.
So eventually it gets to the point where it's like, okay, but I remember that one.
But
Or
what
I remember
about
what we
great?
were. I mean, it depends on the circumstances. Like most of the times where I feel like I've had my most enjoyable sex, I set the camera up. Like the camera was set up because I just knew it was gonna be a good night. I just felt the chemistry. You know what I'm saying?
I've actually never done that. I've never had sex
Oh
on camera.
boy.
Really?
It
I
is
want
my
to, though.
favorite
I
thing
actually
to
want
do.
I actually
Would
want
you like to
though.
watch it back later?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I actually want to, though.
Listen, ain't nothing. I'm not gonna say that, but you know what I'm gonna say.
When you have the camera on, you going above board to perform. Like you pulling out your best moves.
You looking at the
watching
camera.
It later.
You looking at the camera sometimes.
You're
You
like
like, hey, I see you seeing me, boy. I see you.
I don't know if I actually want to have
Oh,
like I don't
shit.
want to like I want to record having sex or her giving me head like that. I do a record, but like I don't really have a desire to like record myself having sex unless she really wants to, you know. But I would do it. But
my
I would,
desire is based on my man's desire. Like I don't need it to happen.
That's trust too, though. Like whose phone is it going on?
Right, that's a fact. This is like it's
Whose
like having a
phone is
baby.
it going
It's like
on?
having a baby.
You
Because
know?
this video is now something we have to
Yeah.
figure out together
Yeah,
for
like
the rest of
whose phone
its
is what?
existence.
Whose phone is where? You know, like that's something you got to think about. Like
I think I got all my videos.
maybe.
But I
haven't done a
don't.
lot of
I've
them.
never. What is it? What's the revenge porn? I've never been
Oh,
like the
yeah,
revenge.
I've never
porn
had
type.
that problem either.
Yeah. So I feel like that doesn't really go around a lot in our
It's still-
communities.
In
I
what
think
communities?
it does.
In our community.
In black
No,
Really?
it does a
Does it?
lot.
Oh.
It does a lot.
Now mine is.
I
I
mean, but
don't
not
know,
for
maybe.
me. It does a
Maybe.
lot. I've seen a lot of YouTube. Watch a lot of YouTube.
I ain't never
It's
seen
a
none of
lot
my
of it.
friends on revenge porn.
Damn.
No, I've never seen it, but you see a lot of stories about it. I think I'm really discerning with the
Yeah,
men that I choose.
Don't fuck on video with motherfuckers that don't put you on revenge porn. Don't
It's
do
the
it.
crazies.
How old do you think you'll be when you stop having good sex or great sex?
It will not be an age.
Girl, please.
No, I'm
Girl,
sorry.
please.
I'm
It's gonna
sorry.
be an age when you're
No,
75
when I am
and
dead.
80
Nah,
and you ain't having
sorry,
great
I'm
sex.
busting moves then.
No, you ain't.
I'll be watching YouTube.
No, you ain't. No, you ain't.
Yes,
you ain't
I
having
am.
sex at 85.
I
No, you
am.
ain't.
I absolutely am. Most
Okay.
definitely so. Most nursing homes. There's a lot of sex in nursing homes. Them old people be
You
getting
can
it
be in a
in.
nursing home at 55.
They
not
have
at 80,
they have
85.
STDs. No, no, they are absolutely.
Listen,
I will be in my
ain't gonna
80s.
I ain't gonna be fucking at 80. I'm telling you.
I'm
right
gonna
now.
make sure that my health is good enough that I'm busting moves in my 80s.
You ain't gonna be able to get wet. You ain't gonna have your nipples ain't gonna get hard no more. Everything gonna be hanging, wrinkly. So you having good sex. That's all of us.
In the dark.
There have been some really good
In
looking
the
old
dark.
ass people on Instagram lately.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sorry,
mean,
I'm a
Not 80.
yeah.
Show me with video.
That old, I'm gonna have to look right now. I'm not gonna be able to
She
look
talking
right now.
shit because she
I'm
want,
not.
She just want
Y'all
to be
have
in
seen him.
disagreement.
Listen,
That old
listen.
man, that
Here's-
old white Santa Claus looking dude
Here's
with
what
the
I know.
with the six pack.
Here's what I know.
There's men.
I'm gonna be having sex as long as my knees and my hips work.
Your dick got to work too.
Nah, they got so many ways to fix that.
There are pills for that.
Listen, that's solved.
A lot of old men get
That
penile
problem is
implants.
solved.
There's stuff you could do.
Ain't nobody over 40 having dick
Yes.
problems.
See,
without
nursing homes
a
have STDs
solution.
big time. Like they talk about it a lot in the news.
So
Old people.
yeah, as long as my knees and my hips work, because if I can't do that shit no more, who gon' she
But
gonna
I said great sex. Y'all gonna be having sex.
But
It
it's
don't
gonna
mean
be
you
great.
having great.
It's gonna be great to us back then when we get that age. We have
You're
no
not
choice.
having great sex at 80.
Nah.
85.
I feel like if I'm 80,
challenging me.
let me just say this. I feel like if I'm 80 years old and I can pull having sex off, that's gonna be the best sex I ever had in my life.
Right.
If I
That's what I'm
if I can
saying.
listen, if I can let the boys out at 80, if I can shoot the boys out at 80, I'm still 80 years old.
That's great then,
These are
right?
80-year-old sperms right here. seeing the world. They're going to Disneyland
in the wheelchairs.
Crazy.
Hey, only one of y'all has to be able to work it because a girl can get on top of you.
That's
true.
See that
That's true.
I wonder about that because my knees and my hips don't work, so she's gonna ride it.
Right.
I ain't in control at all.
No.
No. You
need a 12-step program.
You got to control.
I feel like if you let go just a little
No.
Come on, you gotta try
I
it
got
out.
trust issues.
That's crazy.
So what's next?
Let's talk about it.
We talk about great sex.
What do they have for women?
We're gonna talk
They
about
don't have
ugly
anything.
sex. I mean, what's
ugly sex?
Ugly sex?
Have you ever fucked somebody you wasn't attracted to?
I did in my 20s.
I did.
Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all a story.
In my teens.
I'm gonna tell y'all a story. All right, so here we go.
All right.
After this experience, I vowed to never sleep with anyone below my means. So she was a dope person, right? We had a good time together, but she was not very attractive in my eyes. But when you're 22, you fuck anything almost.
Right.
A young for men.
I know it's different for us.
For men. And so, we fucked. And then she got up and she walked into the bathroom. I looked at her. I was like,
what have I done?
What the fuck am I doing?
What brought it there? Like, how do
She
you
was
get
just-
into a situation where you want to fuck an ugly chick?
When you horny, when you young, dumb, and full of cum,
you just trying to
You
fuck
just
something.
Just
try and fuck something. You get to the
Something.
bedroom, you're like, all right, this is it.
You're just like, oh, she's
Yeah.
a two, but she got an ass.
There's no
and titties or something.
situational awareness. There's no like, oh, okay,
Because
maybe
listen,
it's like, oh, there's not enough.
every man to do it. Maybe women do it too. But after you get up, after you have sex, and she walk into the bathroom, you look. You want to see that sexy walk when she's walking away. I don't know if women do it. I don't know if women want to see the curve, the muscles in his back and whatnot. But we look, and I was just like, never. I'm at this moment, never again.
You're like, damn, why'd I do that?
Yep. I think I was 24, and I've never since that moment ever had sex with another woman who I couldn't take out in public, who I wasn't comfortable with saying, yeah, we fucked if it ever came out. Right.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So yeah, so that was my experience for that. I don't know how I got on that. So what was the question? I don't even remember.
Sex. Have you ever had sex with somebody?
Oh yeah,
that you weren't
I-
attracted.
I'm somewhat sapio. So when we say ugly sex, I'm thinking the person might not necessarily be attractive to the outside world, but I'm attracted to them because of something. So intellectually, I'm stimulated by
That's
them.
fine.
They stimulate my mind. They
That's
get me
fine.
thinking. So now that person that's like a 3 becomes a 7, and then that's fuckable.
Right.
Because you have something. You have a connection.
A 3?
Yeah. No, I'm sorry.
A 3 can never become a 7.
have-
Now I tell you what it is. That
Ever.
3 got a big dick. That's what it is.
That part.
I'm trying to think.
That part.
Yeah.
That 3 got inches and girth.
Yeah. And thank God we could see some of that through the pants. Because if not,
Whoa.
A 3 ain't never becoming a 7. Just keeping it real.
My eyes are up here, man.
So yeah, I had a
that
question
that
in
definitely
here.
helps.
It's great sex where I know you're talking about ugly sex, but I forgot this question. It's great sex where women get dickmatized and men get pussy whipped. Like, can you get pussy whipped on bad sex? Can you get dickmatized on bad sex? It has to be it has to be good sex or great sex, right?
If you are fucking on a air mattress on the floor, that better be great sex.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? It better be some good ass
I don't think we do that in grown ass adults.
No, but if you're doing that,
yeah,
like it better be for a reason.
It's gonna be a no for me, dog.
Yeah.
I ain't doing it.
Yeah.
Ain't doing it.
Shout out to air mattress sex. It's better than waterbed sex. That's for sure.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Air mattress if I'm visiting somebody, yes. Air mattress if that's what you actually
that's-
have in
wait,
your apartment.
Air mattress at the crib.
You visit somebody?
No.
You had sex on the on the air?
Look,
No,
look,
like,
hey,
I'm out someplace visiting. Like I go to Maryland to see my cousin. I sleep on an air mattress.
Come
you know?
through. Yeah, hey, don't
Because there's
stop
not
looking at
people
the air
there.
mattress and look at the
Yeah.
TV. I got a TV on the screen. It's mounted. You know what I'm saying? I got a PS5 right there
Uh-huh.
and the air mattress, and this is all I need.
No, that's gonna be enough.
No,
That's
okay. In my studio apartment.
Yeah, right.
The bathroom right there, the kitchen right there.
The air
Don't
mattress
sleep on a
is
studio
just-
apartment. It's expensive out here. Anyway,
Yeah,
it's
tell them,
good.
sure.
So pussy whip
Pussy
and
whip.
dickmatized. It has to happen in good sex and great sex. Is that where it
Pussy
happens?
whipped and dickmatized.
I
Yo,
can't
black
be-
folks are so colorful with the language. Pussy whipped and dickmatized.
Every woman knows the word dickmatized.
Yes.
Dickmatized.
I've never been dickmatized by somebody that's bad sex, because then where is the dickmatism? Where is it coming from if the sex is
She
right?
said, where the dickmatism is.
Right.
This
If
ain't
the
no
sex is not good,
dickmatism.
what would you be attracted to or addicted to from them?
Mm.
Nothing. Nah.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess you're right. I'm trying to think if I've ever been pussy whipped.
Can you be pussy whipped from bad pussy? No, because you don't want
I mean,
to.
I think it's different for men because men, we can always get our nut.
Right, but will you be
Um,
pussy whipped? Like you're like, damn, I want to fuck her again.
Nah,
So
I think-
are we
Not as
measuring?
bad.
She has to be really good.
Are we
Something.
measuring great versus good
No,
right now?
No,
we're
I'm
just
just
talking
asking.
about bad. If
Well,
it's
I thought we was talking
bad,
about great sex.
no.
Well, I'm just saying, like, what category does pussy whip fall in?
Yeah, I think good to great.
Yeah.
Good to great.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I've ever been pussy whipped. 'Cause I feel like pussy whipped is like you can't get rid of that person because her pussy. So she just has really good sex.
Yeah.
She doesn't have anything else that she's offering, but her sex is really good.
You said you fucked a 20-year-old, right?
Whew.
He was pussy whipped a little bit.
No, I
How
don't
old
want.
was he when he fucked
It,
20?
it was too much. It was like I don't have a high sex.
Oh, you
drive.
didn't roll with it.
I don't have a high sex drive. Like I don't have a low sex drive, but I don't have if 10 was the highest sex drive, I don't have a 10.
I have a 10.
I don't have a 10.
Hey,
But
I absolutely have a 10.
Cheers.
But when I was dating at 20, at that time I was 30. I think I was 32. She was 23. And we fucked all the time. All the time, all night long.
Mm.
And it was fun. It was good. But I was also I was like, I can't keep up with all this.
It's like I gotta go to work.
Like, what's happening? Like, and she's, you know what it is, like
that's
like the
gotta be the
woman
worst.
who keeps touching you throughout the night,
Uh-huh.
and then like you're gonna get her, like
Slide her ass
right.
up on you.
yeah, like it's
you
gonna
know?
happen. Like I want to go to sleep right now, but
Right.
if she grabbed my dick at 2:00 in the morning, I'm like, oh, I guess we're doing this, and like, so yeah.
That's
But
a
even for a
20-year-old.
man, that's not bad sex. That's actually pretty dope.
No, having too much sex is not bad sex. Having too little of sex, and then it being vanilla, it can be bad
Yes.
sex. But ugly sex though, going back to ugly sex, I don't know. I don't think we have too much ugly sex. So yeah. All right. Any other thoughts on good sex, bad sex? Give me anything, any topic. Is ass play? Where does ass play fall in? Is ass play good sex, bad sex, or
All
great
right.
sex?
For me, I'm good with ass play. Give it to me. But I also like anal. So anal sex or fingers in there or licking it is all good for me. Conversely, I don't want to play with your ass. And there are a lot of men that are very, very aware of their bodies
Right.
sexually, and they're very in tune with it. And I don't think that certain parts of it, I don't think make you gay. Like men wanting their ass eat. I don't think
not
it
gay.
makes you gay
It's not gay.
at all. But I don't want to do it. I've done it,
And he was
but I
like-
don't want to do it.
And she was
Yeah.
like, not for me.
Yeah,
Not for
it's
me.
not. It's
I
I mean,
love
at
it.
least you tried it. You were open to say, okay, I'll let you I'll
Yeah.
try it. But
yeah. I'd rather not. I'd rather not do it. Let's say that. Like I really pray that, dear husband, please do not want me to eat your ass, please.
You want to hear something crazy?
what's
I
up?
feel the exact same way.
I don't actually like eating ass, but I'll do it. I'll do it. Fresh out the shower, I would do it.
Jay, yeah, there's stipulations.
But I
There's
feel
definitely
like
like,
ass play.
let me see your Vax card first.
And
Let
I
me see if you-
I also feel like anything that you do with your woman, 95% of the time is not gay. So if you
Right.
want your ass, if you're a man and you want your ass played with, it's not gay. I think it's suspect when you want your. This is just my personal opinion. I'm not
Mhm.
saying it's the rule of life.
Mm.
I think it's a little suspect when you want your woman to put on a strap on or a
Mm.
dildo and fuck you
Yeah.
up the ass,
Being pegged.
being
It's
pegged.
suspicious.
Definitely.
That to
bothers
me is a little suspicious,
I don't wanna do that.
suspect. But any other kind of ass play, if you're a man, it is what it is. You with your woman, it's not gay,
right.
right? So that's how I feel about it. But and I've had some ass play, but not none of the other stuff. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it falls into good sex, great sex. I think it just falls into like, being open to what your partner needs are.
Right.
So
And I'm open. I would just prefer, dear husband, I prefer you not want that. I also prefer you not want your nipples sucked all the time because that's annoying.
I feel like most dudes don't want that. Most dudes, not like that.
No.
To have
I've never come man. Well, okay, maybe 2 men who wanted me to eat the ass. 2, and I only did 1.
Oh, you love that dude, huh?
No, I didn't. We were just freaky as fuck, and that was fun. But that I don't like. It's the whole thing of watching. Like there's only certain positions that a man could be in properly to get their ass ate, and they're not flattering positions for a guy. They're not. So
like put your legs.
It kind of emasculates you on its own. Oh, no. You know, if you're this dude who's like macho and you have that bravado, and now you over here like this, like, come get it. It's weird.
Got him up like he just took his diaper off or some shit like that.
Yeah, like I just and please don't be on your knees, like, because
you said don't what?
Don't be on your knees. As a man, I don't want to see you on your knees. I don't want that.
Yeah, so it ain't a whole lot of positions.
Right.
You don't get a lot of choices.
Right.
You don't have a lot of choices.
As a man. And none of them look sexy, not at all.
Oh,
it's not a dominant.
No woman wants to look deep into the eye of your asshole. Like,
well, I don't think no man really wants to look into the asshole either.
Yeah, you do that shit.
Someone said I enjoy sucking on pedicure toes. I'm assuming that's a man.
I love
just
that.
For future reference, y'all. If y'all want us to know who you are, you have to go and click on the link in StreamYard to give them access to see who you are. So for us, some of you only show up as Facebook users, so unfortunately we don't know who you are.
But we appreciate y'all too.
Appreciate you. But I don't like sucking toes. I don't think toes are made to be sucked on. But if my woman says she loves her toes to be sucked on, I'm gonna suck her fucking toes. At the end of the day, I think part of good sex and great sex is like you never want your partner to feel like they can't do the things that turn them on,
and they can't ask for it.
You can't ask for it. Right. The moment you shut it down, it's like, well, maybe they'll go out and find it somewhere else because now they're no longer getting it at home.
Right.
So I never want to shut anything down. So I'm not really an advocate for no's. It's like, okay, well, let's talk about it.
Right.
Right. Let's talk about it. What does it look like? And what's the safe word?
What about if there's some really weird shit you want to do, like bodily fluids? Like, you don't want to like piss? And
that's
shit,
a hard no
stuff.
for
like,
me.
Yeah, those are hard.
That's not even a question. That's not even something I would even consider. Like, I'm just not a fluid person in general. Like, I freak out when I see blood.
Right.
So I don't want you to piss. Always the exception is squirting. Right. We all know that squirting is a little bit different. It's mostly pee. Yeah. But ain't no man ever gonna stop
squirting
if you get
acceptable.
squirt. Yeah.
I want to know the person who said that they suck manicured toes. Was that a man or a woman? I would like to know.
I'm sure that's a man. I don't know no women that suck toes.
I don't want to suck a man's toes. I like when a man sucks mine though.
I ain't never met a woman that wants to suck toes, so I'm pretty sure that's a man. So yeah, what we talking about? I don't know.
We're talking about fetishes.
Oh, fetishes.
I feel like a lot of women don't like stuff until they like it.
That's men too, though.
Yeah, but like
that's men
I feel
too.
like the thing like sucking toes. Like I feel like that's one of those things that like you probably had nobody do it good, I guess. Which I don't know if there's an art
how
to
you
sucking
eat bad.
toes.
How you eat toes bad?
I don't know.
I don't think you can.
I don't know.
But there can be a way that it can be more sensual. But I don't think you can eat them bad.
Every guy that I know.
What if like do you are you supposed to look at her eyes while you do it?
That's kind of hot. I'm sorry. I'm playing. Yeah,
that's look at her eyes while you do it.
I've done it, but let's believe he was out the shower. I know that's right, Sasha.
Okay.
Sasha
girl.
Sasha gonna be my wife in another life. She don't know it yet. What you say, Remy? What was the question?
I don't know.
So,
who's I about to ask? Gosh.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, toe sucking is it's a weird thing.
What about role playing?
It's always on the table.
Yeah, role play is on the table.
Let me put on my wizard hat. Let me go get my Harry Potter robes. I'll be back.
Are you casting spells?
Shit, and I'm a nerd too. You about to get this whole Wookiee dick, dog.
Not the Wookiee dick.
Star Wars. Listen, we about to play Mandalorian up in this bitch.
So, have y'all had great sex in 2022? We're about to end the year. How has your sex life been in 2022?
Oh, for those few months that I was with some specific person, it was phenomenal. Phenomenal.
That was this year?
That was this year.
All right.
And we know you're in a relationship, so we know all your sex is
All my sex is great.
It's
Yes, the most amazing sex you've
All my
ever had.
relationship sex
All
is
of it.
great.
Yeah.
All of it.
My sex life in 2022, I actually cut back a lot. I actually haven't dated a whole lot this year.
You was fucking a lot during the pandemic.
Oh man, during the pandemic, bruh. Best
I was
sex.
showing
The women coming out the woodwork because they were lonely. It was like, Jay.
We was
Like,
doing all
shit,
tea, no
I guess
shade.
we gonna do this, huh?
We was doing all tea, no shade back then, and I would come to your house and Jay be like, I had some great sex last night. Like, nigga, ain't nobody even ask.
Like, did they have COVID? Fuck COVID. She had some good pussy.
He said COVID sex is the best sex.
It was
all
good.
right.
I had a good sex life during the pandemic. This year, I moved out of my own apartment in February this year, and because I'm trying to buy a house, and so when you're not in your own space, it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Trying to bring a grown ass woman over, like you can do it, and I've done it.
It's just awkward.
It's just
kind of feels disrespectful. I understand.
yeah, but my homeboy don't care. Like he don't care, but it's just like so I've cut back a lot on that, and I haven't been dating a whole lot this year. I've been trying to save money, and dating is expensive, y'all. Like it's expensive, and
inflation.
So my sex life in 2022 is just okay, just okay.
Okay,
but it is what it is. But I plan on having a better sex life in 2023. So I think that's all we're gonna talk about, man. For bad sex, good sex, and great sex. Unless y'all have any other things you want to pop off really quickly before we move on to our last segment.
not that I can think of.
All right, Remy.
I'm feeling real good about great sex.
All right, let's get to the last segment. Let's get into what we call method lessons.
Reading is fundamental. Now let's get on with this school thing. You teach.
So this is a segment where we share something we learned within the last week or so. And I usually kick this off because I learn great new things every week. Except I didn't learn nothing this week. I've been I don't know. I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty this week. So I learned how to what I learned in Call of Duty. Fuck. I learned how
you learn how to revive your teammates.
I've been know how to do that.
You learn how to do some missions.
I learned how to do a couple things, so I've been playing Call of Duty. That's what I learned. I learned that Warzone 2.0 is pretty good. Everybody should play it.
100%.
Okay. Oh, all right. I was at a Christmas party on Sunday.
Okay.
And we were having the most bizarre ass conversation. I learned that dolphins rape.
I've seen videos of that actually.
I had to see the videos. Well. Have you actually seen the dolphin?
I haven't seen them rape another dolphin. I've seen them like attack women.
They have.
Let me just say, if I'm watching a video and dolphin penis enters the scene, I'm cutting it off.
The size of a dolphin penis is ridiculous.
Listen,
I didn't know.
Does it rival horse dick?
It's worse than horse dick.
It's bigger than horse dick.
Dolphins. It takes up 3/4 of the dolphin's body.
And they rape.
Yes, they rape.
And they rape.
They not only do they rape, well, they gang rape other dolphins, but then they try to rape women, and it has happened.
See, when they do it to dolphins, that's just nature. But when they do it to women, obviously, that's not okay.
What possesses you? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what dolphin brain feels.
So, what was the lesson in that? What did you learn?
That was it. That they raped. That was amazing to me because I love dolphins. That's like my second favorite animal. My first is a manatee. My second is dolphins.
Everyone loves dolphins.
I like dolphins.
We're gonna stop.
How you feel about killer whales? They're like giant dolphins.
No, I don't like killer whales.
My fiance is in love with killer whales.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, they are majestic.
She likes them because she wants to be one. She's like
her past life. She probably was a killer whale.
Yeah, because they're really smart and can't be fucked with.
So I learned a couple of things this week. I learned this week that basically I had my first Amtrak train experience. I had never rode a train before in my 41 years of being alive on this beautiful earth.
Wow.
So I rode the Amtrak train from Tampa to Miami this past weekend, and I learned that the train station is not really the safest place for security. When you go to the airport, it's like you got all these checks and balances. And so like I got my ticket. I had my ticket. I go to the box office, whatever we call that thing.
Right.
said, yeah, I'm here. You know, I'm just checking in. He was like, okay, you got your ticket? I showed him on the phone. He was like, oh yeah, that's all you need. Literally, that was it.
Huh?
They didn't check my bags. They didn't scan my bags. They didn't go through a metal detector. It was just get on the train. We'll scan your ticket when you get on the train, and that was it. And I posed a question. I was like, I wonder. I feel like it's very unsafe. I feel like we're very susceptible to like if someone wanted to like have an attack us, like the train would be the easiest way to do it. Right. And so Amtrak was a very interesting experience. The round trip ticket was like $78, which was amazing.
That is good.
And I would do it again. The second train was way better than the first train. The train from Miami to Tampa was way better. The staff was better. I almost got in a fight with a dude on the way out from Tampa because he was just being disrespectful.
Right. Didn't you say the ticket dude said something crazy to you?
So basically, you know, from the train station, when you're in a coach class, the coach class is typically the one that's furthest away. And so we're all walking to the very last train car, and it's a long line. And this dude is at the employee is at the train. I guess he's yelling these things. He's yelling like, you know, when you get on the train, go all the way to the end of the train and start filling in seats there. But I knew this in hindsight, but when he was saying it, I couldn't hear him. Everybody in the back couldn't hear anything. And so I moved to the front. I moved closer to the line so I could hear him. And at that point, he was like, is there anyone that is pairs of two or more? And it was me and my homeboy, Ed. We said, oh, yeah. So he said, okay, get on. And when I got on, people were sitting wherever they wanted. So I was just like, oh, I guess we can just sit wherever. So I sat down wherever.
Right.
This dude, this big black dude. Big old black dude. I'm talking like 6'5", 300 pounds, right? He comes on the train. Y'all don't listen. I told you to get to the front of the train. Y'all don't listen. I was like, you niggas don't listen.
Oh, wow.
I stood up. I said, yo, I'm a grown ass man. You gonna lower your voice talking to me like that?
I should have like that.
He was like, no, you heard. I said, no, I ain't hear shit.
Oh,
I was like, you better calm down. He lowered his voice. He said, you heard me when I said two people? I said, no, I walked to the front. I was like, you ain't gonna talk to me like that. We're gonna be out here and fighting.
Is that even allowed? Like,
of course, he tried to apologize after the fact. After all the white people started complaining
you
too.
You can't come out and just be aggressive. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Stupid ass. Get your
And that's what it felt like.
Not going against the rules. Like,
I was like,
dog,
you don't know your job. Like, I was that dude straight in his eyes. Look, y'all.
That was his first and last day.
You motherfuckers don't listen. I'm 5'9", but I will take it. If I gotta take an ass whipping, I'm gonna take an ass whipping going down. Yeah, I was ready to fight that dude. I'm telling y'all, I don't let nobody disrespect.
You don't ever want to be in a room full of adults talking about you motherfuckers don't listen. Like somebody gonna beat your ass on the way out.
I felt like I was in McDonald's. Yeah. I felt like you know the Amtrak is like the McDonald's of fast food.
But I think that's just kind of a correlation to how I don't know they ain't got no money, I guess.
Struggle.
So they struggling. So that motherfucker's on there with no security, just like,
bro. And they hiring who they can get.
I told you, motherfucker.
Listen, have you ever seen Ed irritated?
I mean, so Ed was irritated.
If Ed is irritated, when Ed gets up and like, bruh, we didn't hear you. You know it's a problem. And I was already on like 14 at that point.
Right.
So I was ready to fight. But anyway, I say all to say my Amtrak experience was pretty good. Also, the last thing I learned this week
just be careful on that Amtrak.
Avatar 2, The Way of the Water is pretty fucking dope. If you haven't seen it, shout out to Selena. I don't know if she's still in the comments, but she went to the movies with me.
Yeah, I was supposed to go out.
It was really good. It was really well. You should definitely check out Avatar. I know it's 13 years later, but it was really good. All right, man. Any final thoughts?
I hope everybody out there is having great sex.
So Christmas is on Sunday, right?
Have some Christmas sex on me.
I'm not gonna be having any Christmas sex.
I'm gonna try my best to have some Christmas.
Hey, you know what's actually really dope? Having sex
under the tree?
No, having sex
with the pie.
That'd be weird. Hold on.
I mean, I guess that's one way you could do it. But
under the mistletoe?
No, I was gonna say because we're not there yet, but like having sex during New Year's, like at the time that the thing happens.
That's relationship shit.
Yeah, it's not that impressive.
For us single people, we ain't having no sex at the time.
Why not?
Of the New Year.
Why not?
I'm not having sex during
Cause
Christmas.
that means you gotta already have somebody lined
New
up.
Year's is good
Run to the
either.
bathroom.
You gotta have
real
somebody
quick.
already lined
Listen,
up.
you just playing ahead. That's all you gotta do.
Not have Jesus birthday sex though. Jesus gonna get all that sex. Jesus gonna look at all that.
Easter
going
sex?
The way I feel is that
No,
we don't
that's
truly
Christmas.
know when Jesus was born because we weren't there. So that
No, he
means
was
I can have
born-
sex at any day.
No,
It
it's on
ain't,
the.
it ain't December 24th. That's
Right.
December
come on.
25th.
No, it's not. It's not. Stop it. We don't even
it's
know.
on the calendar. I
Who
see
knows? Mary, Joseph, and Jesus, and that's about it. A few disciples.
Joseph don't even know.
Right. We know we weren't there. So.
Well, we hope you have a Merry Christmas. Where can people find you? Do you want people to follow you on social media? What's your main platform?
Sure. I mean, I'm an interior designer and I own my own business. On my Instagram, that's the only Instagram I have, and that's at Interior Couture. Interior Couture Home on Instagram.
So you do that? That's your full-time job.
That is I've owned that business for 3 decades.
Wow.
Yes. Residential and commercial interior design.
I know some people who could use your help.
I know some people who can use my help too. But if you are interested, holla at your girl. Interior Couture Home on Instagram. Other than that, there's no place else they can find me. You have to friend request me on Facebook. I'm Michelle Ortiz. I may or may not accept.
I love doing interior design. Actually, I like my taste. I have my own style, my own taste, right? So every time I have my own place, people come in, they're like, "Wow, they like it." I feel like my style is very bohemian.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's very unusual for men because most men are colorblind and most men are very safe with their palette. They're always modern, ultra modern. They like leather sofas, sectionals, and it's really black, maybe brown, possibly red, and gray, and that's about it. So when I could do a bachelor pad for a man, that's exciting for me when they get to trust me to do that. I got a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm definitely not. I'm very colorful, so
I love color.
Y'all should check her out. Remy, where are our socials?
Well, I'm Remy Mulatto, and I'll see y'all on the streets. You can find us at A Method Podcast on any motherfucking platform except probably Snapchat. I don't think we're on there.
No,
but we on all the other ones, on TikToks and the Instagrams and the Twitters and the Facebook. So
every Wednesday we go live at 7:30 p.m.
Live at 7:30. Well, how many episodes left? You said
we got like episode 13. We haven't really talked about no final. I think we said 20, but we're not gonna do 20.
We're gonna see.
I think we're gonna do maybe like 16.
Yeah.
And go from there.
But we're coming to the end, and we're gonna finish strong.
We're gonna finish strong, man. Going to New Year strong. You can follow me at DJ Noetic on TikTok, Twitter, and Facebook. That's about it, man. I hope y'all have an amazing Christmas. I hope y'all have a dope Christmas. Spend it with your family, your friends, wherever you're gonna spend it with. If you're just chilling solo, that's okay too. I'll probably be doing the same thing. But whatever you do, just be safe.
And thank you for coming through.
Thank you guys for having me. I hope that she takes off again so I can do this again.
Hey.
100%. Until next time, until next week, follow, share, comment, tell people about Method Podcast.
Let's talk about it.
We say the liquor make you talk quicker. We say M.
M is for most.
No, we're do it over.
All right, we're gonna start over.
They say the liquor makes you talk quicker. We say M is for
mostly.
E is for
everybody.
T is for
talking.
H is for
honestly.
O is for
over.
D is for drinks.
Drinks.
Next week, man. Holla.
Hey. So that was wild. And that was just a taste. We do this every week. Check out last week's episode.
He's right. That was wild. And you can catch last week's episode, the video episode, on Spotify, all the audio, Apple Podcasts, Anchor FM. We appreciate y'all.